Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Want to welcome all our viewers tonight. If you're visiting us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit our website located at deadtalklive.com. Also, please check out our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now. And if you haven't already done so, we ask you that you please subscribe. Yes, the ultimate YouTube question. YouTube 101. Ask in the beginning and the end to subscribe. I think I'm about to ditch that. You guys know where my YouTube channel is, and if you want to subscribe, you know exactly where to go. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Man, if you walk outside my house right now, the 4th of July is like a week away, and it's crazy. People in my neighborhood, I don't know where it's at where you guys are, if you're in the U.S., but a week before the 4th of July, every night it's like the 4th of July. They just love to go out there and, blow up their fireworks. It's kind of cool. But man, they start a week before, and it lasts several days after. It's that time of the year. I love the 4th of July. I want to welcome a bunch of people. Man, Zambika is with us. Whole bunch of people with us on Instagram. Chake is with us. Alexandros is with us. Nerdiest Geek, hello. Thank you. Artistic is with us. Branch YG, start at everything to Netflix. Damn. Okay. Trust God says hello, Viz. Hey, Trust God. We missed you yesterday, Trust God. Glad to have you back. Kessia has given us a thumbs up. Hey, Kessia. Thank you for joining us. Kimmy has joined us. Marko, of course, is with us. Marko is manning the chats. Forgot to mention that part. Marko is manning the chats tonight. NGI, today is Chandler's birthday. That's right. I mentioned that yesterday. Chandler Riggs, Carl, is 21 today. So like I said yesterday, I hope he is going out tonight and getting absolutely shit-faced and having a good time with his friends and family. Happy birthday, Chandler. I hope you have a good one. It's a milestone birthday, 21 years. So we all wish him a very, very happy birthday. Charlize Official has joined us. CC Wheezy is waving at us. Seaworth 99 is waving at us. Thank you guys for joining us. Sultan is with us. Trust God says good. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Had to rush tonight to get this show on the air on time. It's been one of those crazy days. The hours just flew by. And I don't know, it's Saturday, and I woke up, and I don't know, today I was just in a procrastinating mood. And I was just browsing and knowing that I have all this stuff to do to get ready for tonight's show. I just got caught up browsing, whether it was TikTok, reading Instagram messages, YouTube messages, and I don't know, that's what I wanted to do today. But I'm glad to be here with you guys tonight. I'm glad to get everything done in time for tonight's show. Sultan is saying hello. Hello, Sultan. NGI. YouTube, we have Shippy U with us. Hey, Shippy. Andrew from Ireland is with us, our creative director. Hello, Saz. Hello, Hard Productions. Let's see. Xanders is with us. Xander saying, what's up, Dead Talk fam? Summer is with us. Hey, Summer. How are you, Summer? S Green 828 has joined us on Instagram. Lester Avo. Hey, how you doing, Lester? Riley says Chandler's actually 21. That's crazy. That is crazy. So, I mean, that means he must have been like 10, 9 when we first met him on the show. Wow. Wow. Dude is 21. Little Carl is 21. I'm getting a lot of love hearts on Instagram. I love those. Keep them coming. Oh, man. iCruiser, McCabe, hello, with 3 love hearts. How you doing, Cruiser? Bay T is giving us 3 smiley love faces. Hey, Bay. Thank you for joining us. All right, I think I'm caught up on Instagram. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. It's Saturday night, June 27th. June is almost over. Damn, time is just flying by. If you guys haven't, just before this show, I changed the banner art on my YouTube channel. And I want to sincerely thank Andrew, our creative director. He designed that today for me. And if you guys want to see it, just head on over to my YouTube channel just to check out the new channel art. It's awesome. It's kick-ass. So thank you so much, Andrew, for doing that. Summer on YouTube writes, I'm doing wonderful, Viz. Running late because I was watching Fear and Nick just died. You just saw Nick die. Charlie, man. Ooh. Yeah. But don't worry. Charlie is a good person. She just shot him. I mean, I don't think Charlie's annoying, Marko. Marko writes Charlie's annoying. I like Charlie. I like the relationship that... I'm going to spoil it here for you, Summer. But I love the relationship that develops between Charlie and Alicia. I love that relationship between those two. Alicia, takes on... Would you guys call it a big sister or a mom role? I would call it a big sister role. Alicia's too young to take on a mom role. Lukic75 is with us on Instagram. Star-Lord is with us. Wasim is with us. Bilal is with us. Sultan writes, can we expect that Rick will return next season? Absolutely, 100% no. Sultan, you will not be seeing Rick on the Walking Dead TV show. Sorry. That's not going to happen. Marko writes, if she would have shot you, I would have killed her. yeah, okay. But we got to take the circumstances. Nick just took out the one guy that was taking care of her. And she picked up a gun and shot Nick. And you could tell by the look on her face. I don't know if you can tell that, Summer, but she was in shock she even did it. So Xanders writes, yep, that was a tough one. YMMIJ, hey, has just joined us on Instagram. How you doing, YM? Thank you for joining us. Mickey the Cowboy is with us. Zambika says, big sister more. Yep, I agree, Zambika. Alicia definitely takes on the big sister role for Charlie. And I like Charlie's character. I mean, she fully... she needed Alicia's forgiveness in order for her to continue. And Alicia forgave her. Alicia wanted to kill her. But I just love the relationship that has developed between them. Keep those hearts coming, guys. I love them. Kimmy also agrees. Big sister role. Zach has joined us. Paco has joined us. Ahmed has joined us. Beta Castro has joined us. Summer, hey Saz, Marko Bay, Andrew Xander. Summer's giving love to everyone in Dead Talk Live family. And I'm relaying your love hearts over to the Instagram people, Summer. So yeah. Let's see what we have today. I did post a video from Hard Productions today. I don't know how many of you guys saw it. It's titled Negan Until the End. As always, a great edit by Hard Productions, our regular YouTube viewer. I'm going to play it for you guys here in a second. Quality work, great edit, and let's just get right to it. So this video is called Negan Until the End. And for those of you who haven't watched it, I hope you enjoy it.
Look at me looking at you. In case it's not abundantly clear why I am grinning from ear to ear, it's because you magnificent creatures are about to usher in a beautiful new day. Now what Rick and his many pricks, dicks, and hicks don't understand is that there are winners and there are losers. You lose, you die. You live, you win, you get the prize. See, what Ricky doesn't understand, he thinks that everybody wins, that everyone lives. That's cute. That's a lie.
Everything's his, or will be.
And that's Spike. Look, we sit here, we wait for Carol, or I can take you to find the...
Oh, come on, man. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall.
Here's a little refresher on who the hell I am. I wear a leather jacket, I have Lucille, and my nutsack is made of steel. I am not dying until I am damn good and ready.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed trying to remind myself of a time when I...
Little pig, little pig,
You were mocking
let me
acting
in.
like I was part of your property. Remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore.
Why?
Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes
You
back
tell
to
me why! Tell me! Why should I?
So I can be with my wife. So I can be with the field.
You're
right.
We
are different. I made myself into a monster. Because that is what the world needed.
He is a monster.
No, he's not. He's a human being.
But he has done monstrous things. Whatever he's done to you, there's always more.
As long as all of us, we can do anything.
Are it.
So there you guys have it. Awesome Heart Productions. And I gotta ask you guys, that opening scene of Negan laying in bed, looking over at his clock, and Lucille being next to him, I can't for the life of me remember that scene. So, if anybody can help me out, episode, season, I don't remember that scene. Oh, Heart Productions, it was a deleted scene. There you go. That's why I don't remember it. That's why I don't remember it. Okay, I thought I was going crazy there. Amazing Edits on Instagram is asking how I am. I'm good, Amazing Edits. Thank you for joining us. Ab05, Abby5 is with us. Namika is with us. Formecker is waving at us. Trust God loves the video. Belkirizo is saying hi, Rick. Hey, Andrew, thank you for joining us. Andrew Valentine 712 is with us. iCruiser writes, I just love it. Cruiser's giving us smiley love faces. Zambika 37 writes, awesome. Martin Stephanie's with us. Nerdy as Geek loves it, says amazing. Trust God says, I got to get me a Negan bat. Oh, yeah, you can find that anywhere, man. I mean, eBay, Amazon, there are a whole bunch of mock-ups out there. YMMIJ says, I can't wait to submit my next video. Can't wait to see it, YMIJ. Yeah, the first one you gave us was amazing. So thank you, Andrew, for that video. And thank you for letting me know I wasn't going crazy there where I couldn't remember that opening scene of Negan in bed. That would have been a great scene. I wonder why they cut it. I would have liked to see, where in the show they cut that from. Trust God says, I am buying it one tonight. Okay, good to go. That's awesome. Star of the Dark has joined us on Instagram. Star of the Dark. I love your Instagram name. I love that Instagram name. Star of the Dark. Awesome. Awesome. So we have a whole bunch of cool articles to go through today. Amazing Edits writes, how do you do that with the green screen on Instagram? You talking about my background? Well, it's just a green screen, and I stream this to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And of course, Instagram is the least forgiving one out of all those platforms. Very strict. Your live stream is only in portrait mode. For those of you who don't know, that's your phone, being held right side up. You can't flip it to its side to get a full screen. So I've configured my whole background, where I'm positioned on the screen, the size of me on the screen, to satisfy all 4 platforms. So on Instagram, Amazing Edits, you can see Daryl, Rick, and Michonne behind me. But if you were to go to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you will see that I actually have a full HD screen with a static background to my left and to my right, with some cool artwork and information. So it took some creative designing with my director to get this properly positioned to satisfy all the platforms. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. YM is saying, Jesus, I just lost 4 subscribers. It happens. It happens, YM. They come and they go. They come and they go. On social media, you guys, just to give you a little tip, for those of you who really want to build a big Instagram or whatever media following, once you get to a certain level, you will see that there are a lot of people that leave, and then there are a lot of new people that come in. Like, my Instagram account was started in 2016, right around the peak of The Walking Dead, and it grew amazingly fast. And the people who now just go on Instagram, maybe not so often, and I will post. Actually, when I post something and people realize that, oh, wow, I followed this account a couple of years ago and they are no longer into The Walking Dead, they will unfollow me. It's just the way it is. If you have an account for several years, and my account is well over 4 years old, so you'll get a lot of people leaving, but the new people coming in make up for it. So it's like a revolving door. Sarah Mariani, 38, is giving us a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us. IDO is asking about episode 16. We have no idea yet. We're all waiting. Amazing Edits is planning to do the same with his stream. Awesome. Let me know when you go live. I'd love to check it out, Amazing Edits. I'd love to check out your live stream. So yeah, please let me know when you do it. I am always looking for new inspiration and ideas. Quinn 4 has joined us. Sarah has joined us on Instagram. TWD Ale has joined us. Sarah has given us a thumbs up. Right back at you, Sarah. Bilal, I love The Walking Dead, and I love everyone. Love The Walking Dead. Yep, we're all with you on that one. Denise09 has joined us on Instagram. Pravitsi has joined us. Martu has joined us. Nice big crowd for a Saturday night. Hard Productions on YouTube writes, I'll work on the video, Marko. I was needing some more ideas. So that's why Marko was listing off those song ideas to you. Yeah. Lots of songs. And if you guys want to edit videos and are looking for songs, go back a little bit. Don't just stick to the last 5 or 10 years. There were some great songs. Man, even in the 70s, 80s, especially the 90s. So a lot of you, younger people out there, go back. Go back. Great songs. There's amazing songs. That Jesus song that I used for the collaboration between me and Derek, Personal Jesus, that came out in like the late 80s, early 90s. There's some great music out there. Amazing Edits writes, do you make edits or videos with The Walking Dead and music too? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I am a digital creator at heart. I love making videos. It's just that with this live show, I just don't have time. But I love my whole basis of what I want my social media to be is for me to promote other people's videos. People who don't have quite a larger following, and they make these great videos that only get like 20 views. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. So that's when my whole philosophy changed. And I'm like, I'm going to switch my whole social media for me to promote other people's videos. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I have a whole submission form on our website up there, Dead Talk Live. It's for people to go and submit their videos and get them seen. Of course, they get full credit. Hopefully pick up some subscribers, some followers. But just to get their videos out there and get them seen. To me, it's a shame to have all these great videos out there that they're going unnoticed. So that's the whole philosophy behind what I'm doing. Marko saying, I asked Ethan to make a video for Aaron in honor of Pride tomorrow. All right. Is tomorrow the parade? It is. It's the last Sunday in June. So tomorrow, guys, it's the Pride Parade in every major city around the world. Marko, is New York still the biggest? Wait, is New York or San Francisco the biggest, Marko? Or has it completely changed as far as the Pride parades for the LGBT community? I think New York is the biggest, just by population-wise. San Francisco is big, but San Francisco's population is around 1 million people compared to 9 million people in New York. Marko is answering questions about the finale. Ella says thank you. Zambika writes it's a shame. Linda Swan 595 has joined us. Linda, thank you so much on your comment about my dog. I don't know if you guys saw my video late last night on TikTok that I posted on Instagram with my little mope dog, Sirius. Poor guy, he was asleep. I put him up on the bed. I'm like, let's make a video together. All the poor guy wanted to do was sleep. He just kept putting his head down. I'm like, no, say hi. So I kind of feel bad for waking him up. Hey, Linda, Ella, Marko writes, New York is still the biggest Pride parade. Okay, but no parade this year. Fuck. That's right. There is no, because of what's going on. Damn. Ella writes, I miss the old days, gone. Andrew Valentine is waving at us. And let me tell you guys, tomorrow is Pride Day. Growing up in New York, we would go to the Pride parades. And I loved them. If you want to just have some fun, doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. I'm a straight guy. I had a blast going to these Pride parades. They are so much fun. You meet the best people, and it's some of my best memories are going year after year to these the Pride parades, and it's amazing, and it's so much fun. There are people from all walks of life, and it's not just you have to be LGBT to go in the Pride parade. No, everyone is welcome, and I loved it. It was just so much fun. Zambika writes, so many things have been canceled. It sucks. It does suck. And we have no idea of when stuff is going to be picking up again. Uh, if you guys watch the news, things in the United States are starting to go back downhill in regards to this corona thing, to where Europe has is starting July 1st. Europe is banning Americans from traveling to Europe. So, yeah, it's getting pretty bad. Saz, are you still there? I have a question for Saz in regards to the whole Europe thing and the UK thing. Saz, I wanted to ask you, since I haven't been really keeping up with the news the last couple of months, did that whole Brexit thing go through at the end of March? Or is the UK still a part of the European Union? Hard Production writes, they opened up stuff around me and we went from 100 cases to 700 in a few days. Yeah. Things are not looking good for us here in the US. The rest of the world seems to be handling a lot better. And I understand, the American economy, the pressure to reopen the economy. But what we all feared is coming true. The numbers are rising again. So Saz, let me know if that whole Brexit thing, if the UK actually left the European Union or not. Because with the whole pandemic going on, that sort of got pushed to the side as far as news goes. So let me know, Saz. I mean, I know I can look it up and find out, but let me know if the UK actually did leave the European Union. Amazing Edits writes, do you have my message? Which message? If you send me a private message, I have not seen it. So if you just send it to me now in a private message, I'll see it after the show. Saz writes, the UK has left the EU and is now in a transition period before new rules come into place from the 1st of January 2021. Okay, Saz, that's what I wanted to know. So the United Kingdom is not a part of the European Union anymore. So does that mean that if people want to travel to Europe, can we go fly into London and then from there go to anywhere we want in the EU? Or is the UK, since it's not part of the European Union anymore, is the UK also applying that ban to Americans? So that I'd like to know, because I'd like to know if people are going to kind of bypass that European Union ban by traveling through the UK, which I'm sure is going to piss off the EU, but that's just a question I have. Hey, Nerdiest Geek, welcome back. For Mecca writes, sorry, but you've been locked out down here in Australia too. Yeah. It's going on all over the world. Amazing Edits writes, no, in the live chat, because the views thing, it's under the parade message. No, can you resend it to me? If I start scrolling up, everything is going to get messed up. So if you could resend it to me, Amazing Edits, that'd be great. I'd love to see it. So let's go to some news stuff going on here. So we saw the video by Hard Productions. Sarah is saying, yep, you're right. We have several articles up here to talk about. The first one is things that we have never noticed in the Walking Dead pilot. So let me go ahead and bring that up. So we're just going to skim through this really, really quickly. It's things that never really noticed in the Walking Dead pilot. The first episode, we all know, it was directed by the original showrunner, Frank Darabont. So many characters have come over the years. The episode briefly show us, by way of flashbacks, what life was like for Rick and Shane before the apocalypse. Things had been pretty uneventful for the friends right up until they weren't. We got the feeling that not much ever went down in King County, which is where Rick lived, and Shane and Lori and all them. If you remember, he was a sheriff's deputy. After leaving the hospital, Rick's luck briefly changes for the better. When he is taken in by a pair of survivors, Morgan, Dwayne, we all know that. The pair nurse Rick back to health. After Dwayne mistakes him for a walker and pleads with his dad, Morgan, to kill the son of a bitch. And the trio plan to head for the CDC, who is supposedly working on a cure for the dead coming back. So a small but cool detail that might have escaped a lot of viewers here is that Morgan and Dwayne's surname, Jones. Fans of the zombie genre may remember that Dwayne Jones was the lead actor in George Romero's 1968 classic Night of the Living Dead. Wow. I never put that together. You know, I have seen Night of the Living Dead so many times. I think that lead actor, he only mentions his name once. When he has Barbara all like catatonic on the couch and he's trying to get her to talk. But I never put that together. Dwayne Jones was the character from George Romero's 1968 Night of the Living Dead. I wonder if Marko knew that. But Romero, at the time, Jones, a black man, was a bold choice to lead his film. But Romero always insisted that he never had any preference as to the race or ethnicity of his lead. He simply went with the best actor to audition. Unfortunately, Jones passed away in 1988, but Darabont's homage to The Walking Dead first episode is proof that his contribution to one of the most beloved genres of all horror will not be forgotten anytime soon. And in here, they have this little video clip from YouTube, and you gamers will appreciate this. The title of this one is Rick Unlocks an Achievement. So check out. This is Rick unlocking an achievement. You gamers out there should appreciate that one. So anyway, one of the most shocking moments of the pilot's episode comes when Rick, Morgan, and Dwayne visit the sheriff. That's where Rick gets his. That's where Rick kills his first walker with his gun. Rick discloses that he never had any kind of a high opinion of that guy in the first place. The conclusion of the first episode is unbelievably intense for Rick, and viewers cannot be forgiven for thinking that the show's creative minds had introduced us to this compelling, well-drawn character only for it to be curtains for him immediately. Upon reaching Atlanta, Rick finds it to be deserted wasteland, a lone sign of help that he spots a helicopter which buzzes overhead, leads him directly into an enormous horde of walkers. This is the stuff we all know. He gets in a tank. That's when Glenn comes over the radio. And, Rick was just seconds away from blowing his brains out. But luckily Glenn stepped in and saved him. So as the episode ends, we're regaled with the strains of a bouncy, upbeat tune that only the most hardcore pop fans would have recognized. The song is called Space Junk, and it's performed by Wang Chung, a band best known for their ubiquitous hit, Everybody Have Fun Tonight, but one that decidedly does not deserve their one-hit wonder label. This particular song was a new track included on the 1997 compilation Everybody Wang Chung Tonight. The song serves as a nice, pleasant juxtaposition to Rick's predicament, but we can't help wonder if The Walking Dead's music director was subtly pointing out that Rick would in fact not be having any fun that night whatsoever. If they were, well, that's pretty darned awesome. If they were, we feel like they should have been. So that's that. You know, the most interesting thing there was the name of Dwayne Jones being tribute to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. So I'm sorry, guys, when I have a white background up on the screen, it totally blacks out my, well, it doesn't black it out, but the white on white contrast, I can't read the Instagram chats. Marco says he did know that. Okay, I did not know that. So Amazing Edit says, what is your opinion about the theory that Dwayne is still alive and Morgan was hallucinating at this time? I did a whole commentary on that. It's possible. It's possible that Dwayne is still alive. It could go either way, but I brought this question up in a prior episode, and we all sort of reached an agreement. The way that Morgan described the detail of how Dwayne died by being bitten by his mom, because Morgan couldn't put his wife down, Dwayne couldn't put his mom down as a walker. She bit Dwayne, and if you looked at the board in the episode in season 3 where Morgan is just insane, there's a whole bunch of little hints written on the blackboard that he scribbled on the walls. One of them says Dwayne turned, so we know that even once Dwayne was bitten, Morgan could still, not put his son down. He waited till his son turned. And basically that made Morgan crazy, and I don't blame him. But what is my opinion? I don't think it's Dwayne. I think Dwayne is dead. I mean, I can't be 100%, but my opinion is that Dwayne is dead. Marko Vizaniaris, his character name was Ben. Well, if his character name was Ben on Night of the Living Dead, what are they talking about in that article about Dwayne Jones? Are they just talking about the last name? Bilal is laughing. Hello, Bilal. Michael is waving at us. Hello, Michael. Sorry I have to leave early today. Have a good night. All right, Cruiser, thank you for joining us. Marco writes, unless it means that he turned against his father and took off. Marco, explain the whole Ben thing. If his name was Ben on Night of the Living Dead, what was that whole article about? Them paying homage to the Night of the Living Dead. ZT Gidry saying, what's up? What's up, Gidry? Amazing Edits on Instagram writes, if he is still alive, it would make more sense if AMC introduced Dwayne in Fear the Walking Dead. That's good. That's a good point. Dwayne, if Dwayne is still alive, which I don't think he is, for him to go searching for his dad. That would be great. Lori is joining us on Instagram. Hello, Lori. Thank you for being with us tonight. Let's see what's going on YouTube. Hard Productions. At least I think that's what happened in the comics. You went out right. I think Dwayne is still alive. I feel like he's going to come back during the Commonwealth arc like Michonne's son did in the comics. All right. It's possible. Hard Productions says, at least I think that's what happened in the comics. And he's asking Saz if it did or didn't. I did not know that about Michonne's son. And in the TV show, when we saw that flashback of Michonne, I thought she had a daughter. So they probably changed it around for the TV show. But I believe Michonne just had a daughter. Marco writes, Dwayne Jones was his real name. Ben was his name on Night of the Living Dead. Okay, I think I understand. Amazing Edits writes, yep, nobody in season 10 knows who Dwayne is, or a lot of the newer people don't know who Morgan is, so absolutely it makes no sense to bring him back. Nobody would know him. Zambika says, you're so right, Marco. Fatih has joined us on Instagram. Hola, Fatih. Thank you for being with us. CC Weezy on Instagram writes, Michonne had a daughter in the comics. Okay, that's what I thought, because she had a daughter in a TV show. So Hard Productions, Michonne had a daughter, not a son, in the comic books. And Summer writes, 2 daughters in the comics and a son in the TV show. Oh, you guys are screwing me up. So Summer says she had 2 daughters in the comics and a son on the TV show. I could swear, Summer, that in that flashback of Michonne that we saw on the show, she had a daughter. So I mean, I could be completely wrong. Saz writes, yep, he is alive in the comics, Hard Productions. Summer writes, her son's name is Andre Anthony. Okay. Gotcha. Tatis from Argentina has joined us. Welcome, Tatis. Trust God 73 writes, her son's name was Andre. Now that's in the comics, right? To both of you guys. And Kimmy does say on TV it is a son. Okay, so I was wrong. On TV it was a son, not a girl. It was a son. So thank you guys for that. So I love you guys. We all help correct each other on any kind of misinterpretations. Or more, the better statement would be you guys help me with my memory lapses. And I appreciate that very, very much. I want to get to the 10 worst things that the good guys have done on The Walking Dead. And the time freaking flies so quickly. I want to get to that. I thought I would have more time. But let's go ahead and flip over to that. So here it is. 10 of the worst things a good guy has done on The Walking Dead. Okay, so let's start. Number 10, Carl killed a kid. We all remember that. Carl was messed up after his mom died. He had a lot of hate for his dad, if you want to call it hate. Those two were not getting along very well. Herschel witnessed him putting down Carl shooting that kid as he was surrendering his weapon. And if you guys remember, Rick Dad did talk to him about that. Eugene joined the Saviors. Not a big surprise there. Eugene has always said he's going to go with the group or people that have the best chance of keeping him alive. We're just all thankful that in the end, that little speech that Rosita gave him when they kidnapped him or tried to save him from that bullet-making factory made him sabotage the Saviors. Rick became a Ricktator. We've discussed this in prior episodes. If you guys don't fall into the same trap I did, Rick never uses the term Ricktator. But this is the end of season 2. I really don't see the reference to a good guy doing a bad thing. If they're just talking about Rick losing his cool that night after the farm fell, and he's just kind of pissed off at what went down that night, he had a bad night. His friend just tried to kill him. He had to kill his friend. Their safe haven was overrun, and everybody was looking to him for answers. So I really don't see that as a bad thing that a good guy had did. Carol killed Karen and David. Okay, we have seen Carol take some big-ass initiatives on this show. And when she did kill Carol and David and burn their bodies in the prison courtyard, we all remember how that just enraged Tyrese. Let me reposition the window. Wait, hold on. Let me reposition the window for our Instagram people because I could see you guys are not getting the full view here. So let me make this a little smaller so at least you guys can see it a little bit better. There, let's see if that's a little better. So Carol kills Karen and David. Yeah. We've discussed this before as well. Definitely not one of her best decisions. I mean, they had the flu, for Christ's sake. Now, here's a good one. Father Gabriel left his church to die. Yeah. That's how we met Father Gabriel on the show. When we met him, he just had this overwhelming guilt for leaving his church followers locked outside the church as they came to him for refuge, and he just let them all die. That was just a horrible thing, and I think that deed right there was the beginning of him eventually becoming the Gabriel that we know today. Andrea abandons Michonne. You know, Andrea has done so much stupid shit during her 3 years on The Walking Dead. She didn't kill the governor. She decided to stay at Woodbury instead of going with Michonne. You can write a great top 10 list of Andrea's stupidest decisions. Saz writes to Hard Productions. She says, sorry, I was thinking of the Morgan special when they were in a cabin at Christmas, but not Dwayne was bitten. Morgan couldn't put him down, so he chained him up in a house. Yeah. So, yeah, we can do a total top 10 list of Andrea's complete moronic decisions. Trust God on Instagram writes, Andrea got on my last nerve. I totally agree. I liked Andrea. I think Laurie Holden did a great job playing Andrea. For those of you guys that are really knowledgeable with the comics, I don't know how much they swayed from the comics in regards to Andrea's character, but she just made some stupid decisions. I don't doubt in her heart she had the best of intentions. She did really think that the governor was a good guy in the beginning, because that's what he's good at. He's good at playing people, and he convinced her, and he used her, and she fell for it. And all she wanted to do was unite the prison group with Woodbury, but the governor didn't want any part of that. So let's move on to number 4. Shane deliberately got Otis killed. Absolutely. This is definitely a bad thing. To put it mildly, Shane killed poor Otis when they went on the medicine run for Carl when he was recovering from getting shot by Otis. But yeah, if you guys remember, they got trapped in that warehouse. They were running away once they got out of there, and in order to slow them down, Shane turns around and shoots Otis and leaves him to get eaten, just to slow down the horde that was after him. Hard Productions writes, I love her character in the comics. Okay, good. So I'm assuming her character was different in the comics than the character of Andrea that we got on the TV show. Kimmy on Instagram is giving Trust God a thumbs up. Like I said, guys, I'm not ignoring you guys on Instagram. It's just a white on white with the text. It's really hard for me to read. I see Zambika says Andrea fell for the governor and didn't care. I think she cared, but she absolutely fell for the governor. She was, she was thinking with her libido. Maya 15 writes, and it's 3 a.m. where you are. Wow, Maya. Thank you for being with us so late. Maya 15 on Instagram. Amazing Edits writes, oh, do you know the comic book death? Do you know the comic book death of Rick? Where Rick gets shot in the bed and Carl was going to put him down. Do you think that in the series that it could be the death of Aaron or Negan with Gracie and Lydia. Could be. It absolutely could be. We know how in the show they love to take events that happened with characters on the comic books and just flip to different characters and have that happen to them on the TV show. So I can definitely, absolutely see your scenario happening there, Amazing Edits. And Marko agrees too. It's a possibility. All right, let's get to number 3. Now, Daryl verbally abused Carol. I would not put this at number 3, but they did. This is right after Sophia dies. Well, after the mid-season finale, during the mid-season premiere and the episodes after, when we all saw Sophia was in the barn as a walker. And Daryl just lost his cool. He blames Carol for not being able to take care of her daughter. And he did get verbally abusive. It had a huge toll on Carol. It was the beginning of her arc to the badass that she is today. But the article goes on to state that it did hit Daryl really hard. Sensing that something is wrong, Carol goes after him to make sure that he is okay, and he totally loses it on the grieving mother. And this is his quote: "If you spent half your time minding your daughter's business instead of sticking it in everybody else's, she'd still be alive. You've got no husband, no daughter, you don't know what to do with yourself." I mean, he went off on her. And he goes off on a long, verbally abusive rant about how she is a bad mother, and it's her fault that Sophia is dead. It's not exactly his shining moment. And a lot of, we have forgotten as a fan base how Daryl was very rough. He still is, but he was very rough around the edges in the first several seasons. It wasn't until maybe season 3 or 4 that he really became that, team player that we all know today, where today he will put his life ahead of anybody else's life. Daryl had a lot of anger in him, and he still does. You have to remember Daryl's upbringing. He was abused by his dad. He was pissed off at Merle. So he had a lot of emotional baggage. And if you pushed his buttons, he did not hold back to letting it all out on you. He would just go off on you. And Summer writes, he called Lori olive oil. Exactly. That was hysterical, Summer. That was absolutely hysterical. I remember that. Maya writes, let me see if I can read this. Daryl is feral and Carol is something, I don't know. They made a song together behind the scenes. Kimmy writes, crying Daryl. He has a big forehead for some reason. All right. Malu is laughing. Trust God is laughing at that one. That is funny. Let's get to number 2. Maggie executed Gregory. Okay, Maggie was pissed at Negan still being alive. I would not put this at number 2 either. Gregory, if anybody disagrees with me, please let me know. But I think Gregory got exactly what was coming to him. They let him slide and slide and slide so many times. And I think he just got what was coming to him. Yeah, if you plan the execution by manipulating a grieving father who has just lost his son and relapsed into alcohol, he got what was coming to him. Even though we know Maggie's motivation, she was pissed at him trying to get her killed. She's pissed that Negan is still alive. But yeah, all you guys seem to agree. Gregory got exactly what was coming to his ass. Amazing Edits, right? I got Sorry, I'm just trying to make it through the thing. I got Daryl a friend, and you got a best friend for forever safe. Marco's giving me my time limit warning. Everybody's laughing. Trust God agrees. Let's get to number one before we run out of time. The number one worst deed that a good person has done. Connie might be dead because of Carol. So Carol made this list twice. And doesn't surprise me. Carol is not the best team player. If you really want to strip it down to its bare bones, Carol is not the best of team players. When she gets her mind set on something, she's going to get it done. And as soon as Alpha killed Henry, Carol just wanted her dead. And she lost sight of the big picture. She put everyone at risk. She is responsible for Magna and Connie getting trapped in the cave. We know they got out. We know Magna's okay. We have no freaking idea where Connie is. We don't know if Connie's alive, even though I truly believe that Connie is still alive. And you know, when Negan did hand her head, she still wasn't happy. She was complaining to Negan, why the hell did it take you so long? So there was just no making her happy. Maya writes, does Carol ever die? No. No, she's not dead, and I don't think she's going to die. Amazing Edits writes, I'm sorry, I love Carol, but in season 10 she is lost. She is lost. And we've seen her lost in prior seasons as well, but she always manages to find her way back. Just like Rick. Remember, Rick lost it after Laurie. He was nuts. He completely lost touch with reality. He was having hallucinations and the whole 9 yards. And Herschel was begging for Rick to come back and lead the group against this enemy called the Governor. Kimmy writes, but she generally saves the day. Yep, at the end of it, she does come through. So guys, we are out of time. God damn, this hour passes so quickly. You guys have been awesome tonight. Thank you so much for spending this hour with me. You guys have been an amazing audience. You're always an amazing audience. I love coming here and talking to you guys for this hour. Visit our website, deadtalklive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube page, which is called Walking Dead Now. Don't forget to check out the new banner art that Andrew created for our YouTube channel. It's up there right now. Thank you so much. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm on every night at 9:30 Eastern Time. Till then, guys, stay walking.